What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. Cardano ADA 24-hour trade volume surpasses $500 million according to CoinGecko. CoinMarketCap ranks Cardano as the sixth most bullish community sentiment at over 87%. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson says a wealth fund proposal will be submitted at Rare Evo by a coalition of the willing. And this is to supercharge stablecoin TVL growth, also Bitcoin, diversify assets. So I'm really excited to see this proposal come to fruition. TapTools reports that Cardano's algorithmic stablecoin protocol, DJED, has surpassed $20 million in TVL. So it's good to see the growth. This is only the beginning, and whether it's DJED, USDA, IUSD, USDM, I would love to see our homebrew stablecoins get supercharged and also welcome other actors like RLUSD as well. President Trump's special assistant and White House Travel Office director holds ADA and XRP, these two only, according to an official White House financial disclosure report. So this is straight off of whitehouse.gov, and taking a closer look, we can see Thomas something Ferguson, his name. So ADA and XRP, that's it. Pretty good. Hey, what does he know that we don't? At the end of the day, institutions are accumulating Cardano, and prices are kind of rallying a little bit. Despite global tensions, Bitcoin's doing great, so I think it's a matter of time. SnekDotFun looks like it's getting instant trading and a bunch of UX upgrades very soon. Insta Cardano trading is ready for a push. This one is done and tested, waiting a good time for the release. So we could see SnekDotFun do a whole revamp of improvements very soon. So we dropped the rest of the clips from Charles's live stream yesterday. Charles says Quantum Hosky is going very well. Trym is a phenomenal product manager. We haven't really talked about Quantum Hosky and Cornucopias teaming up. There might be something there. Charles says, I got a game coming out with Nike. It's called Bison Valley Ranch, and it involves my bison and Nike. And of course, the NIKEPIG token and Charles token, the media token, are connected to it. Charles says, I'm almost done with my first book. It's about the history of my ranch, and it's coming out on BookIO. Charles says, we're working on a practical use case with Midnight and our clinic. It's called Health Chain, and we have some people we're talking to. There's so many cool things in the Midnight ecosystem. It's a really exciting time. Charles says Ledger wallet is eligible for the Midnight airdrop. You just have to connect it to a CIP30 compatible wallet. So a note on Midnight, it's on-chain snapshot. So it's not like certain wallets are not eligible. It's just a matter of if you're using Ledger, if you're using Daedalus and many others, you need to use a CIP30 wallet, import your recovery phrase, and then you can launch and initiate the Midnight airdrop dApp. And he goes on to expand on that. He says the Midnight airdrop requires a CIP30 compliant wallet. So what you do is you take your recovery phrases and recover into one of those wallets that support CIP30 and initiate the airdrop dApp. So it looks like most people are going to flock to Lace Wallet, but let's wait for official announcement from Midnight and Midnight Foundation. Charles says when another chain like Ethereum or others use Midnight, they'll pay fees in whatever token. There's a capacity exchange on Midnight. Capacity units are generated by Night holders, and they consume that capacity unit in a swap for whatever currency. So in a nutshell, it's just going to allow like Babel fees, abstraction, users to use whatever token they want and just take advantage of the services. Charles says Midnight can't operate without Cardano. This is a fantastic one. The set of people validating the blocks on Midnight Network are the stake pool operators from Cardano. If Cardano goes down, Midnight goes down. I don't think it gets any more clear that it's evident that Midnight is tethered to Cardano because it relies on Cardano's infrastructure. Charles says the load of Midnight doesn't come onto Cardano, which is a good thing. The liquidity of Midnight, the Night token, and the governance actions stay on Cardano. And I think that will delight a lot of people, knowing that how close it is, tied to the hip of Cardano. Charles has Midnight, an airdrop to 37 million people, where Cardano is the #1 distribution, adds a ton of utility and use cases to Cardano, and bridges for Cardano to other ecosystems, and pays its block rewards to ADA holders and stake pool operators. So, ADA holders, stakers, delegators, we're going to be getting Knight token, a second form of revenue, but also for stake pool operators. Good stuff. Charles says the Graph GRT and Cardano could be a good partnership. We looked into it with Blockfrost, and I think we can bring something like that technology to Cardano. Charles says, will ADA be around in 5 years? Yes. Will Cardano as an ecosystem be more valuable and do more stuff for more people? Yes. You have to fight for it, he said. And then it's, what are the necessary KPIs and strategy to get us there? How much do we need to spend? Done, right? So at the end of the day, I agree with Charles, right? 10x the transaction throughput. Supercharge the stablecoin TVL to like 250 to 300 mil. Get that Bitcoin DeFi primed up, you know? Let's get ready for the floodgates that are right ahead, right around the corner. Charles says, I'm friends with the leadership of Chainlink and know them very well. They're telling us there's a self-serve integration library on the horizon. Whenever that comes out, we'll do that, and I think we'll have the integration. So Oracle stuff. Charles also says we're looking at Pyth, we're looking at Flare, and a lot of other Oracle options. We need them in the ecosystem, and obviously there's the homegrown options as well. We'll figure it out. So good stuff. Of course, we have like OrcFax, we have like Charlie, we have a variety, but I think it's going to be nice to get like Flare and Chainlink in whatever shape or form. Charles says in the next 6 to 9 months, the bull run is going to start. A lot of capital inflows are going to happen. And I think we're already seeing that with institutional inflows of Cardano, ETFs, ETPs. We have a lot of stuff still pending approval. So what else is going on? It's kind of quiet for Cardano. Washiguru reporting JP Morgan files cryptocurrency trademark JPMD for trading and payment services. President Trump's Truth Social files for Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. Tron to go public in the US. This is super bullish because, not that I have Tron, but so many projects are doing these IPOs. Ripple probably will do it. Many exchanges will. And I think it's just going to be really bullish for like retail to just FOMO in from the floodgates of just the economy going crazy. CoinShares files S1 for spot Solana ETF. Now, doesn't pertain Cardano, but again, more and more, we're going to be getting the floodgates that will open up in due time. Michael Saylor's strategy buys over 10,000 Bitcoin, over $1 billion. Vietnam passes law officially recognizing crypto assets, right? Slowly and then suddenly. Finally, United States and United Kingdom officially sign documents to finalize new trade deal. So despite there is global tensions, yes, I would love for peace. I wish there was just perpetual peace. We have to be patient. We need the right macroeconomics. We need the legislation. We need the Russell 2000 index to reclaim its previous highs above 2,300. But already, right? Remember when we dropped to 6.2, we're back at 6.5, volume over 550 mil. So ADA at 6.5 is not too bad. Bitcoin 108, that is very impressive. Very impressive despite the global tensions around the world and war and just everything going on. It's pretty impressive. So guys, stay positive. I know it's easy to, fall into that negativity machine, but stay stoic, stay resilient, build the tenacity, filter out the negativity, filter out the noise from the signal. And I'm confident that Cardano will still have its time to shine. And I want to give the highlight today for President Trump's special assistant. Even if it's a small bag, come on, Cardano XRP, he's keeping it simple, just like my bag, which is Cardano being the biggest, then it's Bitcoin, then it's XRP. So guys, let me know your thoughts. What's exciting you guys the most? What do you guys think about the sovereign wealth fund idea, diversifying assets, and supercharging stablecoin growth? I think it will really benefit Cardano with a multitude of benefits. Smash that subscribe, smash that like. I'll see you guys in the next Angry Crypto Show.